dance, every dance with the guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight. You can smile, every smile for the man who held your hand beneath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun, laugh and sing. But while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. And don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never, never let you go. I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he walk you home? You must tell him no. 'Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Save the last dance for me. I know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun, laugh and sing. But while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. And don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. So don't forget who's taking you home or in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Oh baby, won't you save the last dance for me? Ooh, you make a promise that you'll save the last dance for me. Save the last dance, the very last dance for me.
The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, no, they can't take that away from me. The way you smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, no, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. Down, 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 down. the way you changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. They can't take that away. They can't take that away from me. Wow.
Hi, I'm making a video.
Boy, you're just getting everything and everybody.
Yeah.
You see my nice nails just done.
Okay. Ooh, very nice.
Nice fall color. She said that's a nice transition over for fall.
Oh, great. All right.
I can't believe that your mother, oh, my God, you're telling me what to do and what, you know, I think you're not my boss. Well, I just can't believe it. Well, now, mind you, now this is maybe 5 months he calls me and I've never seen him.
Oh.
He sent me maybe a picture in the mail or something. I don't remember what. But he said one night, and he said, I might be up that way tonight if Frank Williams can get the handlebars on his 67 DeSoto or whatever. You know what I mean? It was old car. No. If he gets the handlebars fixed or whatever, he might bring me up there. But, you know, don't get excited. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he was so cool. Yeah. I mean, they were tailor-made pants then, you know, and they draped them real tight down at the ankle. And then cordovan shoes, which cordovans were like $50, $60, where, you know, everybody else is in gym shoes or penny loafers or whatever.
Right.
So by golly, I'm sitting there typing. I taught myself to type, so I was typing my homework. And I wasn't overly dressed. I just had blue jeans on, a plaid shirt, I remember. And the doorbell rang, and I went to the door. And oh my golly, you know, he was 6'1", he weighed 180 pounds, yeah. And I went back to my mom, was back in the sewing room sewing. I said, oh, Mother, I said, the handsomest guy I've ever seen in my little life is out here at the front door.
Oh.
Frank Brookins is out here. Oh, my golly. And I still think that to this day. I've never seen to me, anybody, but then I love baby-faced men, you know. Like this one gospel singer, can't think of her name. The Happy Goodmans, yeah. He must weigh 500 pounds, and I just think he's a doll baby. He's dead now, but I have all their CDs. So anyhow, you know, I said, boy, that's a lovely shirt. He had a yellow shirt on that was trimmed in navy blue. He said, you like it? You want to buy it? I mean, that's just the kind of stuff,
Yeah.
that is so cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, man, he'll sell me his shirt. And I remember he sat and doodled a lot. You know, I mean, what are you going to talk about? We've talked on the phone every day for 6 months, but you know what I mean? And we sat on the couch, I remember, in the living room. See, my mother had a couch going and coming, and the couch was between the living room and dining room because the other one was going to be replaced or something. And then he kissed me goodnight when he left, and he probably had to walk to the bus stop. I couldn't tell you how many times he had to walk down with a Greyhound. Greyhound came at the end of the street.
Where did he live?
He lived clear out in the southeast end, and I think one night he had to walk all the way home. There was no buses running or something.
Wow.
When you think, and anybody would, and he always
Like
used to say
12
the
miles or something.
guy, he'd say the guy from the southeast end, you know, loves the girl from the northwest end. See, that was.
So that was territorial even then.
Yeah, I mean that was. Oh yeah, that was.
So he was from the other side of the
That's-
tracks.
that's
Your
right,
parents didn't
that's
like
right.
it.
And I'm Catholic. Oh, my God.
And he's what? What is he? What's Dad?
Well, I don't know. His mother was some kind of a Christian, but she was never a victorious Christian. You know what I mean? She was never lived victoriously, but then she was melancholy too, you know?
So what, Dad said I'll be Catholic? Because I know Catholics, you gotta like
No,
convert
yeah,
to
he
be
had to change
Catholics.
Catholic to marry me, yeah. But he said, man, when I saw that the only way you got out of purgatory, Catholics believed you went to hell when you died. It's called purgatory, but you could get out. Honey, they made all this up. There isn't anything
Right.
like this in the Bible.
Well, you can purchase your way into sainthood.
Well, that's right. You buy masses for people. He said, when I saw how quick everybody forgot people when they died, I thought, I don't want to be, whatever this religion is, I don't want to be. So when I got born again, honey, I had to talk to each one of my kids and tell them. I don't know if you remember me telling you, each one of them, you know, I can't give you this. This is something you just do on your own. You ask Jesus Christ to come into your heart. You know you're a sinner. You need a Savior. He is a Savior. I told each one of my kids, and I remember David saying to me, Mom, I don't want to be a Catholic. I've never gotten anything out of the Catholic religion. But he said, I feel there's a key, and I want to open that door. I just feel there's a key out there. And I'm sure he's still searching, you know. He's still searching.
I don't remember you saying that to us. I feel
Well,
like that was Vic and Dave. I
no,
feel like
but-
I did later
No,
in the
but you and
church.
Julie
as I was
went
a
to
kid.
the little
Like
coffee
went down
house,
to
very
the-
hippie coffee house.
Yeah,
And I can see you to this day. You and her both went to the altar
yeah.
and gave your hearts to the Lord. And then we took the Christians into our house. I don't know if you know that, Rosie. And they came and lived with us, and we let David McGuire
were they?
lived in our
Who were
kitchen
they?
upstairs.
David
There was
McGuire
four
was
of them,
the
three
first
guys and
person
a
we ever
girl.
met.
Dave McGuire was one
He
of
was a
them.
long-haired hippie.
And his mother was going to put him out because he was walking around the house with a Bible. He quit college. He didn't care about nothing, just reading the Bible and serving the Lord. And I'm out at Brandhaven Swim Club. We go out there every day. Me and the kids all belong. I don't know what Daddy's doing. He probably is busy. Maybe he's got that farm. I don't know what he does.
No,
but
we
he
don't have the farm. We give up Brandhaven for
But
the
he
farm.
doesn't,
We
yeah.
got it made. No, we got the farm. The swimming pool days were over. We were on the swim team. We died. Tennis lessons. Working on the farm and canning
And he
beans.
decided, well, he
making
said,
jelly.
you know, to feed these kids and to eat the way we like to eat and have beef and all that kind of stuff. I said, I'm going to have the farm and we'll raise our own vegetables and beef and stuff. I felt like you just stole my kids away from me, you know. And they
Well,
were
his
Frank
best friend
next
Carl
door.
died. Carl had a 56-acre farm and he died. And then his wife said to Frank, will you keep the farm going? I want to live in the house, but
And
work
we had
it so
cattle.
it don't have weeds.
Well,
and then Dad
even while Carl
decided
was
to-
still alive, though, he said, I'm going to buy cattle.
Oh.
And you'll have half of them, and I'll have half of them. And then we had chickens. So we had the eggs, strawberries.
And then we'd sell them.
Then Daddy started taking his mother and Dad out there. They said it was the happiest years of their life.
And they're in their late 70s,
Yeah.
Mom, and they're
And they-
working like dogs
Yeah,
out
but they
there.
loved it. They loved it.
Can't
He said it was the
imagine.
happiest times ever. They probably weren't in their 70s, because later he put
They were. Me and Julie figured it out. They were in their late 70s when we got the farm.
You know, because, honey, for years they lived on the house on Edgefield in 38, and that was later on, you know, and then later on than that, we took his mother in after his dad died. They couldn't have been in their late 70s,
So late
unless
60s,
they maybe
you're
lived to their
saying?
late 80s, but I don't know how late. I couldn't tell you how old they were when they died. So we'd been looking 5 or 6 years. That was just what we did as a hobby. We'd go house hunting, you
Yeah.
know, and we'd go looking with the realtor or whatever. We had a good friend that was a realtor, R.C. Motts, and he'd say, you know, you guys keep telling me what you want, and our 2 first requests was a big living room and a big master bedroom, because we had both those things at the other house. So we're looking. He said, you know, you guys are looking for a retirement home. You ain't gonna find a retirement home with a great big living room and a great big, you know, you're gonna find a retirement home with, you know, small little rooms and little older people living there, whatever. So one day, and he said, if you find it, I'll tell you, I'll eat my hat. So he went on vacation for 2 weeks, and we thought, well, we'll look on our own. So Frank's looking in the paper one day. He said, I see a house up here in that neighborhood your sister-in-law likes. I said, what neighborhood's that? He said, oh, it's up on Meadow Lane. He said, you know, she lives right up off of 44th Street, and she never likes to go down 44th Street to go anywhere. She would always come, always weaving over around here. So Daddy knew that that was Meadow Lane Drive. He said, let's go over and look at it. Well, we came over here, but we couldn't get in anywhere. The blinds were all draped and everything. But I looked in that window I came to the front door. You could look in the window, and I could see the little bit I could see through. You could look through and see right clear to the backyard. Oh my golly! I thought, oh, this is wonderful. Yeah. So we went in. The realtor was here from like 2 to 4, and we never left. We stayed the whole time. We figured anybody that came and looked at it was probably going to buy it, and we wanted it. And my mother came with us. She had never gone to look at any other houses with us, and that building wasn't there. Papa said later, you know, you're getting everything you want, but he said, I want an outside building. I said, well, we'll just have it built. Friends of his that he knew were built it for us. But here it was, this big, you know, the house is 60 feet long. 30 of it's my master bedroom, and 30 of it's my living room. That's really something, you know what I mean? And I've seen it. Roger Wilkins built, he's a guy that built a place called Wilkshire Hills, and his houses are always all the same. The floors are always terrazzo. He always has a brick wall going all the way through the house, which mine starts in the living room and goes clear through my bedroom. But a friend of mine had the same house, the same plan and everything, but she had my master bedroom was cut into 2 bedrooms. So it was 3 wee little bedrooms. You can imagine how little that would be if you cut my bedroom into.
Yeah.
And she had 2 kids, so that worked out nice. Now people say, oh, it's a big disadvantage to have a 2-bedroom house, but this house will sell real easy when you go to sell it. You know what I mean? Because it's just wonderful. So when R.C. came back in town, I said, well, R.C., I said, you're going to have to start making a salad out of your hat. Because I said, we found the house. Oh, he was an apple and she was an apple. And they grew in the old brown tree. And a cuter little couple I know you never could see. But alas, this little couple could not contented be. I would like to travel, she whispered. Well, I wish that we could, said he. But the summer went by so quickly and they still hung there on the tree. But people can't always travel, and apples are apples, you see. Then they found themselves put in a basket. Oh, we're off to the world, said she. Well, I'd rather be back in the orchard if this is the world, said he. Then alas, this little couple was put in a huge dark pie. Oh my, sighed the wife to her husband. I think we are going to die. And the oven grew hotter and hotter, and they died with the thought of home. Oh, why didn't they stay in the orchard? Why did they want to roam?
I never heard that.
You never, if you've heard it. I studied my tables over and over, and backwards and forwards too. But I couldn't remember 6 times 9, and I didn't know what to do. Till my teacher told me to play with my doll and not to worry my head. If you call her 54 for a while, you'll learn it by heart, she said. So I took my favorite, it was Mary Ann, though I thought it was a dreadful shame to give such a perfectly precious doll such a perfectly horrible name. But I called her my dear little 54 100 times till I knew the answer of 6 times 9 as well as the answer of 2 times 2. And next day Elizabeth Wigglesworth, who always acts so proud, said 6 times 9 is 56. And I nearly laughed aloud, but I wished I hadn't when teacher said, "Well now, Dorothy, tell if you can." For I thought of my doll, and sakes alive, I answered, "Mary Ann." Isn't that cute? 6 times 9 is Mary Ann.
You wrote that little poem?
No, I did it at an elocution in the 4th grade or something, and I won some kind of a prize. I hope it was chocolate, but I don't know what it was. By the roadside, a ragged tramp, unknown, his face upturned in mute despair, his helpless arms outthrown. The lark above him sang a song as greetings to the day, and the air blew fresh and sweet and stirred his hair in want and play. They found no clue to home or name, but tied with ribbons blue, they found a package, and it held a baby's tiny shoe. Half worn and old with a button off, oh, it seemed a sacred thing, and with reverence they wrapped it close and tied the faded string. God will know and understand of happy homes and joyous times that dead tramp once knew, but the only relic he had left him was a baby's tiny shoe.
Never heard of it.
Oh, I thought maybe Marvin Orchard did that on the film when Paul was here. You weren't here when Paul was here. Well, this is an old poem that I just grew up hearing my dad, and I guess eventually my brothers recite it. And it's called Whisperin' Bill. So you're taking the census, mister. Well, there's 3 of us living still. There's my wife and I and my only son that folks call Whisperin' Bill. But Bill couldn't tell you his name, sir, so you see it's hardly worth giving. For a bullet killed his mind and left his body living. Oh, I'll never forget the day Bill left. 'Twas harvest time, and every stalk in the field of rye seemed to stand on tiptoe and wave him a fond goodbye. His sweetheart was there with some other folks, the sassy little miss, and pretending she wanted to whisper in his ear, she'd give him a rousing kiss. Oh, Bill was a handsome fella, and tender and brave and smart, and though he was bigger than I was, the boy had a woman's heart. And his mother, she often told him, when she knew he was going away, that God would take care of him maybe if he'd never forget to pray. And on the bloodiest battlefields when bullets whizzed through the air and Bill was fighting desperate like, he used to whisper a prayer. And his buddies, they often told me about Bill had, no, I'm skipping something. And on the bloodiest battlefields when bullets whizzed through the air and Bill was fighting desperate like, he used to whisper a prayer. And then they wrote and told us of how Bill had been hurt in the fight. But they said that the doctors reckoned they could bring him around all right. And then we heard from a neighbor disabled at Melbourne Hill, and they said in the course of a week or so they'd be coming home with Bill. We waited and watched for a month or more. The summer was almost past, and then they said they were headed for home at last. we all gathered and can't think. We're all gathered and they see Bill coming, and then suddenly someone said, "My God, don't the boy know his mother?" But Bill stood standing, trembling like as if it was all he knew, and he kept saying, "Yes, Bill, God will take care of you." He's never known us since that day. Sweetheart never will. Father and mother and sweetheart, they're all the same to Bill. But Bill, he's out of the reach of harm and danger of any kind. For we only take care of his body, and God takes care of his mind. That's all I know. I've missed some parts, but I'm reading to you 2 letters that we found after Grandpa Brooken's death. I don't know where they were or anything, but this would have been then your great-grandfather writing to his son Arlo, you know?
Okay.
I'm probably going to cry. I thank my Heavenly Father for all the good things He has given me, for health and strength, the birds, the trees, flowers, and every perfect gift. I live in Him and trust Him. He's my silent, wonderful friend that guides my steps and my tongue, my mind, lightens your burdens, that gave you hands and a mind to make your living by the sweat of your brow. And if you can't, and do your best, He always makes provision for you some way. Praise His holy name. Trust Him. He's your friend. Let Him guide you and try every day to serve Him better. For Pearl and Arlo and the children, Dad. And then at the bottom in pencil, somebody wrote, God won't talk to you, only through His Son. And that's in pencil, perhaps by somebody else. And on the back, in pencil, it says, I live for those who love me, for those who know me, true, for the heaven that smiles above me, and the good that I can do. God's rich, righteous, and love to those who love Him is far beyond any human love. Eye has not seen and ear has not heard the things in store for those that love Him. I can't really tell if that's the same hand that wrote the other, but the other was written in black ink. And then this is another, just a single piece of paper. God is the creation of all good, the loving Father of all humankind, the lover of all truth, kindness, righteousness, love, in whom we live and move and have our being. God's righteousness is real. His righteousness and love and goodness in the lives of men who go about doing good is His gift through Jesus, who died that we might have part of His goodness and righteousness, truth, and love. Let us be a part of what God wants us to be. Thy faith has made me whole. Saved by faith, healed by faith. When God's righteousness, goodness, and truth comes into your life, there's not much room for anything else. Sometimes God even takes sickness, heals your body, when sin goes out and Christ comes in. Isn't that neat? And there it is. That's Great Grandpa Brookins. I thought of David Ingalls when I saw that line, "In him I live and move and have my being," because David Ingalls had written a song that's part of the words in one of the songs. There we go. See how good I am. No, already. When my hair is thin and silvered and my time of toil is through, when I've many years behind me and ahead of me a few, I shall want to sit, I reckon, sort of dreaming in the sun, and recall the, I don't mind crying, and recall the roads I've traveled and the many things I've done. I hope there'll be no picture that I'll hate to look upon, when the time to paint it better or to wipe it out is gone. I hope there'll be no vision or a hasty word I've said that has left a trail of sorrow, like a whip, well, sore and red. And I hope my old age dreaming will bring back no bitter scene of a time when I was selfish or a time when I was mean. When I'm getting old and feeble and I'm far along life's way.
Hey guys.
Hi, sweetheart. I don't want to sit regretting
Jim.
any bygone yesterday. I'm painting now the picture that I'll want someday to see. I'm filling in a canvas that will soon come back to me. Though nothing great is on it, and though nothing there is fine, I shall want to look it over when I'm old and call it mine. And I do not hate to leave it while the paint is warm and wet, with a single thing upon it that I later will regret. Isn't that pretty?
That is.
Okay, it's November 26, 2013. We're going to play a little guessing game with Mom as to where I went to lunch. Where did Uncle Chirp and Aunt Pat take me for lunch? She thinks she can get it in 20 questions.
Let me tell them, first of all, the latest. They don't know the latest. Before the girls got here, I was so nauseated. And it was a half hour till it's time to start taking my Gatorade. I do only have to take 2 32-ounce bottles mixed with a powder. And I just took my first one. It ain't too bad. But I thought I was going to vomit before they got here. So they suggested I get in my nightie and get cozy. And so then Jan says, what am I saying to
Your
you?
little popsicles. We gave you some
They got me
popsicles.
popsicles, and I had an orange one and a green one. I thought you'd want to know that. Chirpy, I want to tell you about the book before we do the guessing game. When I read that book, I told Uncle Dave, oh, we bought that book. We went to the guy when he came to the palace. Me and Vicky went, and Marvin sat in between us. The three of us went. Marvin was a big pain. He kept talking and interrupting it and saying this was a dumb thing and everything. But somebody bought the book. I think Vicky bought it. And Uncle David said he plowed his way through it, you know. So I started reading it, and the more I read it, the more I loved it. And I just kept thinking of you, who would know the downtown area so much better than I. But I guarantee you it'll take you down memory lane, my dear. And who doesn't love to go down memory lane? So now, I hope you enjoy it, my dear. Now, my first thought when she said, I'm not going to tell you where we're taking her, my first thought was, I know where it is. Baker's.
No.
Have you ever been there before?
No.
Are they known for just one thing?
No.
Was it local?
Yes.
You've never been there, so it's none of the places that we've eaten, and we've eaten in a lot of places.
Never been there.
Did they go there because it's one of their favorite places?
I believe so.
That's just 5. I can't ask what you got. It has to be a yes or no answer, right?
That's what 20 questions would be, yes.
Was it at the Strip?
No.
Were other restaurants around it?
I don't believe so, but I don't know for sure. You know, I'm in the back seat. They dropped me off, you know, at the front door. So I couldn't really say because I'm not familiar with.
Did Chirp get his usual little teeny eensy weensy something or other?
I don't know what he usually gets, but I would say
You'd
they
say?
recommended it and they both got it, so I would say yes, it's probably one of their favorite.
They recommended it. Meaning Pat?
No, Pat and Chirp are telling me what's
what
what's
was
really
there?
good at this place.
Oh boy, and they talk a lot about places that they go. Oh, it wouldn't be, would it be Swenson's?
No, they've taken me there.
Have they?
Yes.
Oh boy. Is it a chain?
No. Good question. Good question. That's 10. Time to get some money on the table. I'm betting Mom ain't gonna guess.
How much are you betting? She's
All the change in my pocket.
Oh yeah, that sounds like Julie. I buy Julie's little change purse all the time. I shake it and buy it for $2 or $3.
I got $1.25. $1.35 says you don't guess it. And remember, you don't have to just keep guessing. You can.
Do you
know.
think I've eaten there?
I know you have.
Is it Pete's?
No. I've been to Pete's.
I'm forgetting my earlier questions, Troop. But I'm forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
You got 8 more questions.
Oh dear. You know I've been there.
It's not a chain. It's one of Chirp's favorite places.
Oh.
You've been there. They spoke about it.
Did they take me there?
I don't believe they did. I think
But
you
I
went
went
there
there.
on their recommendation.
Oh, that's a big hint. They don't recommend that many places. Chirp won't wait at John's because of the long line on Friday and Saturday nights. And yet he likes John's. You didn't say they went there on my recommendation.
No,
I went there.
they recommended it, and I believe you went. They said they think you took Vicky. You got 7 more questions.
Oh boy, that's getting close. That's getting close. Are we wasting film? That's getting close.
No, we're not wasting film.
Oh my golly, I know the answer. Now I have to think of it. It's where Vicky worked, and while Vicky had worked there 10 days, they closed it down. And I said to JoJo, said, it's supposed to be like going to Italy, but it ain't like going to Italy. It's just a cheap imitation. Well, there was nothing cheap about it. Pat took Liz and I have to think of the name of it. You're taking advantage of me because of my poor memory these last few weeks or months or years. It's right there on Belton Village.
I'll save you some agony. No, it's not that place. You have 6 more questions.
Oh my golly. What is the name of that place? Do you know the name
I
of
have
that?
no idea, but I
Oh,
remember
Pat
you
would know
telling
it.
me the story.
And I got the wrong thing, as I always do. I got the wrong thing. And I went there on their recommendation. And I took Vicky there. See, I took Vicky there for her birthday, that place on Belton Village Avenue. And we weren't real impressed. Now, you know, it must be that Pat knew I wouldn't guess it. But it was your idea to play the guessing game.
No! Chirp just said, well, I said Mom loves guessing games. I had to let her guess where we went. And he said, why don't you tape it? I'd love to see her guessing.
Oh, how
Filming
cute.
if you don't want to be on the film.
Oh, she don't want to be on the film.
We're doing something for Chirp. He wanted to see Mom guessing. where they took me for lunch today. She has 6 more
You've already
questions
told
left.
Vicky.
Yeah,
Boy, do I love that coat, Vicky. That's just
6 more
darling.
questions.
I'm going to be thinking, let me tell you, maybe you give me a little hint. She said on their recommendation, Jan said she thinks I took you there. What's the name of the
Took
place?
me where?
To this restaurant that they took her to.
Don't give her no clues.
Okay, no
What's the
clue.
name of the one I took you for your last You worked there, and then 10 days later after you started, they closed it down.
I'm not gonna be able to tune in on that, Mom. I don't know. You took me for my birthday. Wow, huh? I'm trying to read.
And we were a little disappointed. It's supposed to be Royal Italy, you know, like going to Italy.
Oh, Bravo.
That's it,
But
Bravo.
not recently.
It's
She
not
said
that.
no. Yeah, she said no, that
It's
isn't
not
it.
Bravos.
Well, well, well. Where are some of the places I've taken you for your birthday, Vicky? I thought I'd cheat a little bit.
Maybe she doesn't want to play the game.
Oh, I love playing the game, and I'm so happy that I'm not
Oh,
feeling
boy, Mom, here we
nauseous.
go. Lie down on your
Part
side.
two.
Mom's
We've been
guessing.
interrupted here. I wanted you to see my drink. This is my Gatorade, my second one. I realized, Jen, I'll only have to drink 4 and then 4 of the other ones. So, 1 hour,
Loves to do
2 hour,
math.
4 hours. 5 o'clock I started. By 9 I'll be done. Questions left, Jan says. Jan, did you get a steak?
No.
Jan, did you get a hamburger?
No. You're running out of questions. You only have 4 questions left. I'm ready to up this
That
bet.
money's laying there. Oh, you know I love change.
I'm ready to up the bet.
Oh, she's gonna get, oh my golly.
You're betting
What?
she'll never guess?
Yeah, and then if I don't get it, I owe her that money. Oh, is this fun or what?
I'm betting her
Oh my golly,
$3
she's putting out $3. Oh, chirp.
plus what's already on the
golly.
table.
I wonder if they're wrong about me taking Vicky there. How many places have I taken Vicky? I sure do remember the Bravo. We were so disappointed, and I don't know why. Oh, I was so
You just
sure.
need some 4 good questions. You know, you don't have to keep guessing places. Some good questions like, did you like...
Did you like what you got? Oh, of course. Oh, she's not going to say she didn't.
That doesn't, you don't want that question.
No, I don't want that question. You're not going to say it when this is being
How about the
recorded.
question, did you like it when you went? I thought that
Now
was a
you're
good
giving her good
question.
what? She already asked that?
No. I'm telling
Oh, that does sound like a good question. I'll use that. Did I like it when I went there?
No, you did not
Oh,
like
then I know where it is. I got it. This reminds me of that
You
birthday
gave her
that
the
I'm...
question.
Now, what's the name of it, though? It's pizza number 9, or... you know what I mean. It's up there on North Market. It's way up there. Yeah, what's it called, Vicky? You know the name of it. I
it.
did.
No help from the audience.
No help from the audience. You don't need
Yeah,
that
but you
money.
know my memory is
You
not
don't need
good.
that
My
money.
memory is not working as good as it usually does. Oh, pizza, and there's one now on Fulton Road now. And of course I did the right thing, didn't I? I got the wrong thing. I didn't take Vicky there. I always wanted
4
to take you
questions
girls there
left.
afterwards. It's a dumb name. Pizza 91.
No. 3 questions left.
Boy, that was a place Pat took me, and I got the wrong thing.
I'm 3 questions away from being $4.30
Oh, you
richer.
dirty, rotten scoundrel. She don't get into our games. I better hurry up with this drink because in 20 minutes I gotta drink another one.
Take a sip.
she's
Don't,
mad.
don't
Yeah, sip,
guzzle
sip,
it.
sip.
She loves to guzzle.
Pizza 91, that is the name of that place. So isn't that a dumb name of a place? 91. 91 Pizza, maybe it's called.
You've never been to 91, have
Yes,
you?
I have, with the swimming group.
Oh, because
Oh,
that
I
was
was very
fantastic
impressed
when
with
I
it.
went there. Oh.
Oh, it was good. Oh, yes, it was good. Oh, me, oh, my. It isn't at Belden Village, and it isn't at the Strip, I think. You said it wasn't at Belden Village.
You're right.
It's not worth wasting a question on. So it's kind of secluded out all by itself. Why do I think maybe?
Yes, it's not a chain.
Yep. I know a lot.
I've never
don't I?
been
I know
there.
a lot for a person.
I have never been there. That's the biggest clue. And you've been there and you didn't like it.
How did you know that?
They talked of it.
Oh,
They
Pat
knew
and Chirp.
that? Oh.
Pat and Chirp must have
Because
taken
they referred you guys to eat here. And you ate there and you didn't like it.
And Vicky can't help us? Like, where are
She
they?
knows.
I'm not helping you.
Oh. Give me a
Quit asking.
little hint. What?
Quit asking.
Just like my mother. Well. They sure told you a lot.
How many questions does she
What
have
else
left?
is up
3.
there?
Three.
I've got 3 left. I suppose I'm going to have to get her a $5 bill. But I'd take that little stuff too.
You had a guess?
I'm wondering if it could be the winking lizard.
Wrong! She was pretty excited. I was looking all...
That was one of her questions then, right?
Right, she only has 2
I've
more
wasted
questions.
a lot of questions saying, was it there, was it there, was it there? You know what I mean?
Instead of getting more information.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But I know a lot. I've been there. I took you there. I didn't like it. I wonder if besides taking you there, I was there with Pat and Chirp. Or they just recommended it to me. Boy, I thought that was a good one, the winking lizard, but
You don't.
that isn't the
Yeah,
kind
You
of...
don't like the winking lizard. It's got good food.
Oh yeah, it had good food.
That's
but
what I
they're-
mean, so if you
they're
didn't
saying
like
when
it-
I went there, I didn't like it.
Right. So why
maybe.
did you guess winking lizard? Is what I'm saying.
Well, because maybe I've been there more than
Your
once, and
logic
maybe
is
the second
all-
time I liked it. Can't be Tim's fish, she's been there. Can't be Taggart's. Oh my. And you all got the same thing, even Chirpy got it.
I didn't say we all got the same thing. You asked me if he got... If
His
Chirp-
usual. which
His
would be
usual, and
very-
I would guess that it was his usual.
Yeah.
Because they recommended... It was the best thing on the menu, and they recommended it, and I did not get it, but they both got it.
Oh.
You know me, I go against the grain.
No, so then he didn't get his usual.
Yes, he did. I think it's
He got
their
what
usual.
She gets. No, that would his usual would be an egg and a little sausage or something like that he got usually.
That's just his usual if he's at Bob Evans or Perkins. Right?
I don't know.
I don't think he gets an egg everywhere he goes.
He usually has her order for him. Oh, now I got to think of the name of it. Ferraro's.
No!
Good guess.
Good
One
guess.
more
They
guess.
took me there, but I got a good meal. I remember, and I remember Pat got beef
You
stew.
better start thinking of where you didn't like. Because
Yeah.
again, that wouldn't fit the criteria. One for you.
She's counting her money. Oh, look at that. Isn't that disgusting? Boy, and my favorite guesses are the ones when I guess a restaurant, because I'm just sure it's going to be the right one. What is she looking at?
The vocal,
Here it is.
Rosie. Here we go. Get it close enough you can read it.
No,
Is this in the way? We'll get this out of the way.
no, it's not, Javik.
Okay, one
Vicky likes
second,
to
here it
move
goes.
stuff. You know I do.
ready? Room.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by one desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Burns, burns, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire. The ring of fire, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
It seems like, you know, when you guys sing it, they go on too long. I want to see if